You've probably heard of wars starting over land, resources, religion, even over assassinations. But what if I told you that in 1925, a war broke out because of a dog? A real war, with real troops, artillery, casualties, and international intervention. Today, we're diving into one of the strangest military conflicts in modern history, the War of the Stray Dog. When Greece and Bulgaria nearly tore each other apart over a misunderstanding so small, it almost sounds like a joke. This is the kind of story history teachers forget to mention. Before we get to the dog, we have to talk about the region itself. Because this wasn't just a silly mistake. It was a spark thrown into a pile of dry powder. The Balkans in the 1920s were, to put it kindly, tense. World War I had ended only a few years earlier. Borders had shifted, old empires had collapsed, and everyone had a grudge against everyone. Greece and Bulgaria had already fought each other in the Second Balkan War, World War I, countless border clashes. So, when it came to the Greek-Bulgarian border, one wrong move could escalate fast, and that wrong move came from a dog. October 18, 1925. A quiet day along the mountainous border. A Greek soldier is out on patrol. With him is his dog. Some say a German shepherd, others claim it was a mixed breed. But the breed didn't matter. What mattered was what happened next. The dog bolts. Maybe it saw something. Maybe it was chasing a scent. Either way, it sprints straight across the border. Into Bulgaria. The Greek soldier runs after it, shouting. He's unarmed. He's not threatening anyone. He's just trying to get his dog back. Bulgarian border guards see a Greek soldier crossing their line. From their perspective, it could be an attempted attack, a scouting probe, or even the start of a larger invasion. They shout warnings. The soldier keeps chasing the dog, not understanding the danger he's in. The Bulgarians fire. The Greek soldier is killed instantly. Word reaches Athens quickly, and Greece explodes with anger. To them, this isn't an accident. This is Bulgaria murdering a Greek soldier on Greek territory. Greece demands a formal apology, compensation, and punishment for the Bulgarian guards who fired the shots. Bulgaria refuses, claiming the soldier crossed the line. The guards acted correctly. Greece was at fault. Neither side wants to look weak. And nationalism, in 1925, was running hot. Greek dictator Theodoros Pangalos, a man not known for patience, decides enough is enough that he orders the army to invade Bulgaria. Within hours, Greek troops mobilize. Thousands of soldiers march north. Artillery moves into position. Armored vehicles roll toward the border. This is no small skirmish. It's a full invasion. That on October 22nd, Greek forces cross the border and sweep into Bulgarian territory with surprising speed. They capture several towns and force Bulgarian units to retreat. Here's the crazy part. Bulgaria barely fights back. Not because they're weak, but because they're terrified that resisting will trigger a massive Balkan war, one that could pull in Yugoslavia, Turkey, Romania, and possibly even the major powers of Europe. Instead, Bulgaria sends a desperate message to the League of Nations. Help us. Greece is invading. The League of Nations, sort of the grandfather of today's United Nations, suddenly finds itself dealing with a bizarre crisis. A war over a dog. A literal dog. But the situation is deadly serious. If the Balkans ignite again, Europe could fall back into chaos. So the League acts fast. They issue an emergency order. Greece must stop its advance. Both nations must cease fire. An investigation will begin immediately. Bulgaria complies instantly. They pull their troops back and wait. Greece doesn't. Pangalos refuses to halt the invasion. He claims Greece is acting in self-defense and demands the League punish Bulgaria. Instead, Greek forces continue advancing for several more days, occupying villages and pushing deeper into the country. Casualties mount on both sides. What began as a tragic accident has now become a miniature war. The League of Nations sends investigators, diplomats, military observers, the whole machinery, and the findings are clear. Bulgaria did not provoke the war. Greece escalated dramatically, and the soldier's death, while tragic, was a misunderstanding, not an act of aggression. The League rules against Greece. They order a full Greek withdrawal, compensation payments to Bulgaria, and a formal acknowledgement of fault. Pangalos, facing global pressure, reluctantly agrees. By late October, barely a week after the invasion began, Greece pulls its troops out and the War of the Stray Dog officially ends. In total, the conflict lasted less than 2 weeks. But during that time, dozens of soldiers were killed, civilians were displaced, tensions skyrocketed, and the League of Nations scored one of its few successful peaceful resolutions, ironically. The dog at the center of all this. Nobody knows what happened to it. It disappears from the historical record completely, almost like a ghost that accidentally started a war and then wandered off. The soldier who died is remembered as a victim of confusion, nationalism, and incredibly bad timing. And to this day, the War of the Stray Dog remains a symbol of how fragile peace can be, and how sometimes history is stranger than fiction. Wars don't always start with grand political schemes or villainous masterminds. Sometimes, all it takes is a moment of misunderstanding. Or in this case, a runaway dog. If you enjoyed this bizarre slice of forgotten history, subscribe for more strange, dramatic, and unbelievable stories from the past. This is TimeBound Tales, and I'll see you in the next one.